to Life is Hard TV, the life show for the rest of us. I'm Chef Dave. You tuned into the cooking channel. Tonight we're going Mexican. We're doing tacos. We're doing them on the healthy side. We're going ground turkey. I'm going to talk about the differences between the two types of ground turkey on the market. You can absolutely go ground beef. Typically when I go ground beef for either burgers or for tacos, I go 90% at least on the lean side, and I can even get 90. You can get 93% at BJ's. It's awesome, really healthy beef. So, but if you prefer not to go beef, let's go turkey, and that's what we're doing tonight. So here's the difference mainly between the two types of turkey on the market. 93% lean. This includes white meat as well as dark meat turkey. So it's still very healthy. It's not beef, but it's not ground turkey breast, which is this one right here. This is ground turkey breast, 100% breast meat, 99% fat-free, and the key is look for breast. Now the difference between the two of these, typically 93% ground turkey could be anywhere from $2 to $2.49 per pound. Ground breast is $5 to $6 per pound, so it all depends. And on a side note, as far as turkey burgers go, you can basically follow my meatball recipe for turkey, ground turkey, and they're awesome turkey burgers on the grill. But tonight, we're going tacos. Okay, here we go. So, first up, we're going to chop an onion here. And remember, the key to chopping is keep the fingers curled and keep the thumb behind the fingers. The times that I've actually cut myself chopping is when I've let my thumb overhang the curled in fingers and I've caught the thumb. Now, the thumbnail has protected my thumb a few times. So here we go. We're going to chop the onion. I typically don't always need to do chopped onions when you're doing tacos, but it does add a lot of flavor. So chop it real thin there. And then this way, still 1/8 inch or less, finely chopped. They kind of blend right in with the beef or the ground turkey. The finer the better. You can see if you keep those fingers curled in, you're pretty much safe. You're good to go. Okay, we got the onions cooked up. We're going to add in the ground turkey. And let's really chop that up. The key now to having a nice soft taco meat is to get some liquid going early. And I love to add Worcestershire in, first ingredient, add some nice flavor. Gets that turkey softened up, which is great. And we add a nice healthy amount. We're probably going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons, maybe a bit more. Soaks right in. All right, we're going to turn that over a bunch of times. We're going to get that cooked through. And then we're going to add some nice spices. All right, the turkey is cooked through. Now we're going to add some flavor to it. You can see in the pan, there's just a little bit of fat, not too much. Again, it's 93.7. If I were going beef here and I did 85 or 80%, I would absolutely drain out the fat. Some people say fat is flavor. To me, fat is fat, so I take it out of the pan. But I don't really use anything less than 90%. So a little bit of fat on the side. If this were the ground turkey breast right now, there would be absolutely no fat. But it's a lot more difficult to add a lot of flavor to that. But we can do it. So now we're gonna flavor up the ground turkey, and here's where you can just really be creative. You can go red wine vinegar. This is a champagne or white wine vinegar. We got to make sure we get a little bit of liquid going in there, so we have that nice textured taco meat. We don't want it to be too dry. We started with Worcestershire, a little vinegar. Here's something that might shock you, and actually here's a nice bit of information. Heinz ketchup, organic. The biggest thing is, you've heard me talk about high fructose corn syrup. No high fructose corn syrup in the organic. A little bit more money. I get these at BJ's. A 2-pack's about $6.50. For the typical or regular Heinz, a 3-pack is about the same price. So you get a little bit less, but I can tell you, it's a lot more healthy. This was one of the last things in my house that had high fructose. I'm a ketchup freak, but not anymore. So thanks, Heinz, for doing that. So yeah, I'm going to squirt a little Heinz ketchup in there. Probably, excuse me, one more time. A couple of tablespoons. I'm going to go a little Golden's spicy brown mustard. The thing I like about this, the ingredients: vinegar, mustard, seed, salt, spices, turmeric. That's it, nothing else. No sugar, no high fructose. Excuse me again, folks. There we go. Adds a nice little bit of color and some good flavor. Now here's where you can be creative, because you want to get that nice dark taco meat. A tablespoon or so of paprika. I like to add in some dark chili powder, again about a tablespoon. You've heard me talk about cumin before, one of my favorite spices. Adds some great flavor. Let's throw some of that in there. A little more black pepper, pinch of salt. You don't need too much. The ketchup has salt. One more thing which is key is we want ground ginger. Love the ginger flavor. So maybe we're somewhere between Mexican and Middle Eastern, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, this is awesome. Keep that heat down low. Let's mix that in. Let's see if we can watch that turn to a nice deep red color a la taco meat. Alright, great stuff. We're going to come back, we're going to talk about the sides. Okay, we're going to cover that up, let that ground turkey simmer. It's doing great. I gave it a little taste test. You can add cayenne, you can add crushed red pepper, you can add a little hot sauce to that, whatever you want to spice it up. Black beans on the side, absolute necessity. Trader Joe's, black beans right out of the can. You don't need to add a lot to them because they're about 440 milligrams of sodium per serving. So I like to put those right in the pan. We'll put the heat on low. Now here's the secret. Discovered this at Trader Joe's. Refried black beans with jalapenos, 100% fat-free. They're black beans only. The ingredients are prepared black beans, water, sea salt, spice, jalapenos, 440 milligrams. No need to add salt. This is great in chilies. Kind of use it as a tomato paste type of ingredient to thicken chilies. Here we got the black beans. I'll add a little bit to the black bean to kind of thicken that up a little bit. Gives that some nice texture to add on top of our tacos. Okay, we'll let that heat up, and as it heats it'll melt in, and the rest we're just going to put right in the pan. Kind of have a little traditional black beans on the side. So there we go. We'll bring that up to heat and we'll be right back with the rest of the ingredients. Alright, you can see those black beans are mixing up nicely with the refried bean paste, as we could call it. Low heat. It's starting to thicken up nicely. And you really don't need to add anything to that. If I were to add something, I might throw in a little cumin, maybe a little ginger, maybe a little bit of black pepper. And let's go over and take a look at the refried black beans. Looking just like the black beans in the Mexican restaurant, loaded with lard. These are 100% fat-free. Alright, we're in great shape. Now let's take a look at the tortillas that we're going to use tonight. You have many options. These are 96% fat-free. The biggest thing to look for in the tortillas is partially hydrogenated oil. Most have that. So you want to try to avoid that. If you go to Trader Joe's, most do not have partially hydrogenated oil, which are trans fats. So you take a couple out, you put them on a microwave-safe plate. Don't use plastic, use ceramic, something microwave safe. Wet paper towel, pop those in the microwave. High heat 1 minute. Okay, we're good to go with the tortillas. Warmed them up, wet paper towel. We're going to pull one off. Now we're going to go to town. A little ground turkey in there. Separate spoon for the black beans. Come on in and take a look at these black beans. Nice and thick. For a little black bean along with the refried bean paste on top. challenge for me is always trying to close these babies up. Throw some refried on top. Here we got some low-fat mozzarella. We have chopped salad left over from a couple of nights ago. It's got everything you would typically put in a salad. Chopped it up finely. What a way to use the leftovers. Throw those babies on top. A little of that on top. We got some pepperoncinis. And yeah, that's a taco. Let's give it a try. A little messy, but really good.